I'm so glad to see you. Oh boy, I'm one excited person. I'm out of wind now. Time for me to go to sleep. I'm so excited to be here. How did you enjoy all the speakers? Michael Ponte, give him another round of applause. Kareem Ellis, give him another round of applause. At this age of my life, I've been doing this, makes the 50th year. Yes. And so I'm really excited about training and developing other speakers. And Alain Blais, who's the CEO of Les Brown Global, is going to share with you about that, the next event that we're going to have here in LA. There's a book called Ready to Be Heard, How I Lost My Hearing and Found My Voice. Amanda McDonald, where's Amanda? Give her a round of applause. Turn around so they can see you. So I will be looking over her way because she's reading my lips. That's what she does. She lost her voice, but she's ready to be heard. She didn't let the fact that she lost her voice stop her. No, she lost her hearing, and she did not allow that to stop her. She's determined to be heard. And we're going to help you do that. I want to interview you on my Facebook Live, and we're going to do some things to help you get to that next level. You're in the right place, up it here, up it here. There's a person here who's visually impaired. Where are you? Okay. You can hear me, right? You can't see me, but you can hear me? I can see you very well. You can see me very well? Okay, all right. You say you're kidding, but I got you. All right. Now, there's a young man I work with named Mike Jones. Because of a medical mistake, he lost his vision at age 10. And he left Philadelphia, came to a seminar that I did in Chicago by himself, without a cane, completely blind, and without a seeing eye dog. Had somebody drop him off at the train station. None of his friends would come with him. They did not share his vision of becoming a speaker. He said, I've got something to share. And he was seated next to a guy on the train coming from Philadelphia to Chicago. Let us say together, coincidence. Let us say together, please. Coincidence is God's way of staying anonymous. Now, he was so determined, can't see. He was so determined not to, because he couldn't get anybody to go with him. How many of you have people who could help you but won't help you? Raise your hands, please. That's the process. And so a lot of people give up because of that. But Mike was hungry to come to my seminar in Chicago. And he said, well, if you're not going with me, I'm going myself. Hey, nobody's going to listen to you. You blind. He said, that's okay. He said, but I want to change people's lives. So what are the chances? And this is a lesson for you. You have a goal. You have a dream. Don't worry if you don't have the money. That's none of your business. Don't worry if you don't know how you're going to do it. That's none of your business. The most important thing is to get started. And angels will show up. So he was seated next to an angel on the train that was going to Chicago. And this guy said, they started talking, what are you doing, man? He said, I'm going to Chicago to hear Les Brown. He said, oh, I've heard him before. Man, that guy impacted my life. What are the chances of all the people on the train? So this guy said, I'll go with you over there. You see how things work out? And he went with him, and he got to the hotel, and he said, well, I've got to go to my own meeting, but I'm sure you got it from here. And he said, I do. And he heard my voice through the PA system, and he followed it and came upstairs and sat in the back. And he and I became friends. He does a seminar called How to Earn Over $200,000 a Year with Your Eyes Closed. Oh, behave. Mike is a bad dude. My goodness, we're going to be doing a tour on the road real soon. He's a pastor. He's an entrepreneur, powerful speaker, has several businesses, and he has about 7 children. He's not completely blind. He still has not caught up with me. I'm suing the people whoever came up with the rhythm method. I'm suing them. I got 5 boys and 5 girls. I'm suing them. You know, can you feel a brother up in here? Up in here. I'm a baby Christian. I ain't been saved that long, you know? But I'm so glad that you're here. You followed me from the age of 25. Wow. Okay. Yeah, so you're going to have a great time today. I want you like to be interviewed by me? Or you like to interview me? We could do it either way. I'm open to it, baby. Don't let this 75 fool you. Okay, all right. You know, and I'm not going to cause you any problems by saying me too. Oh, behave. Y'all can tell I have not taken my medication yet. Well, thank you. I'm safe today. Thank you. I don't want to be safe. Anybody want to molest me? Just take your time. Y'all are crazy. This is a perverted group we got here. Listen, I want to share this with you up front, and everything else that comes after this is about validating what you already know. The only reason that you showed up here, the only reason you invested your money, the only reason you invested your valuable time, because there's something that you know. You made a decision to live your life from a place of knowing. If you believe there's room for negotiation, but when you know something, when you know in your heart of hearts something, that's non-negotiable. Am I correct? And I'm encouraging you to continue to live from that place. I want you to think about your dream, what it is you want to do with your life. I was talking to a friend who was on a train going across Europe, wanting to find himself at different places. Soldiers got on the train, and they asked him 3 questions when they woke him up. Where have you been? And I'm asking you that. Where have you been with your life? Where have you been? Next question they ask, why are you here? Why are you here? There's a reason that you're here. There's someplace you've been with your life, and there's a reason that you came in this room. You and I are cut from the same cloth. We're branches of the same tree. Everything that I say, everything that you've heard on this stage so far, from Michael, from Kareem, from Celeste, you already know it. It's a part of who you are. And the next question they would ask him, where are you going? And I want you to think about that. Where are you going? This is a brand new year. And I say that you showed up expecting to go someplace far beyond where you went in 2018. Am I correct? Give yourselves a round of applause on this. Come on now. So I want you to see, I want you to look into the future. I want you to think about what it is that you want. What do you see for yourself? Because that's the place that we're going to live from that place of knowing. My brothers and sisters told me, Leslie, listen, what are you going to do? I said, I'm going to become a speaker. Why? Well, I heard Zig Ziglar and Jim Rohn and these guys, and I don't have enough money now to do all the things that Mama need to cover the medical expenses that insurance won't cover. And most people don't know that 95% of people who filed bankruptcy do so because of medical expenses. I was a state legislator in Columbus, Ohio. I had just gotten reelected for the third term. I was prepared to run for the Senate and for Congress and statewide office. That was a goal I had. I enjoyed politics, but I loved my mama. She was an incredible woman. And I think about her. I used to go to work with her on Miami Beach. She worked for wealthy families. She cooked for them. And we ate the food left over from the families that she cooked for. They would say, Mamie, whatever food is left over, you can pack it up and take it home and feed those 7 children that you have taken in as foster kids. I was a foster kid. And she cleaned their homes, kept their children, and we wore the hand-me-down clothes of the children that she kept. But this wealthy family, Mr. Swiderski, and I would go in his office and clean. He would listen to these motivational messages, and unbeknownst to me, they were impacting my mind. I'd never heard anybody talk like that before, and it inspired me. It made me feel good. And I was going through a tough time during that time. I felt like a stranger in my own community. There are things that were happening to us. I mean, I remember going on the bus with my mother, and there were seats available in front. And she said, keep moving, Leslie. I was 5 years old. Mama, why can't we sit here? There's seats here. People are standing up back here. You see that yellow line? Yes, ma'am. Go cross that yellow line. Mama, there are seats here. Go cross that yellow line. Why can't we sit here? Don't ask any questions. We just can't. Why, Mama? Leslie, just stand there. Hold my hand. We'll be all right. Got downtown. It's about 95 degrees in Miami. And I was thirsty. I let my mother's hand go, and I ran to a water fountain and started drinking water. And all of a sudden, she said, Leslie, don't you do that, boy. She grabbed me, she threw me to the ground, and she started punching me, leaning over me, and I'm looking at her like a crazed look. And I said, Mama, it's me, Mama, it's me. And then shortly thereafter, white policeman came over. Okay, all right. You beat that little nigger boy enough. I think he's learned his lesson. He laughed as he walked away. He laughed because he saw me, 5 years old, being beaten from drinking from a water fountain. Mama said, that water fountain's for whites only, Leslie. I didn't want to beat you, boy. But I saw him looking at you and the anger in his face and in his eyes. I mean, he took his blackjack out and was walking towards you with this fierceness on his face. I had to make a tough decision. How many of you ever had to make a tough decision? Raise your hand if you know. I had to make a tough decision because had he hit you, Leslie, with that blackjack, he would have to kill me. And I would have to leave you and your brothers and sisters to fend for themselves. I had to think fast, and that's why I hit you and beat you like that, and I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, son. I'm so sorry. I said, Mama, it's okay. Don't cry. It's okay, Mama. I understand. Why would he want to beat me, Mama? That's just the way it is, Leslie. Let us say together, defining moment. That was a defining moment for me. That didn't set well. How many have ever been there? You had a defining moment. It didn't set well in your heart, in your spirit, in your soul. I was just 5 years old, but I became an old man at that time. And as we kept walking downtown, different times she went in the drugstore because my lips are swollen and my eye from where she'd punched me. She gave me something to wipe the blood off my mouth. And I was thinking to myself, when I become a man, I'm going to deal with this. I think about something that I read. It was this movie, Magnolia. I love just this section of it with Tom Cruise. There's a line, heard it 3 o'clock in the morning. Couldn't go back to sleep. And the line was, we might be through with our past, but our past is not through with us. How many have ever gone through something, but it affected you to this day? Raise your hand, you know what I'm talking about. I'm going to pause right now. Lord, I rebuke every retarded demon that turned that phone on right there. Oh, behave. You know, I feel like the comedian George Wallace. He said he went to a funeral, and the guy was preaching this guy's funeral, and all of a sudden the phone went off, and he said the guy sat up in the casket and said, "Can I have my day?" I was just playing about that. I got issues, all right? We all have defining moments. I don't know you, but here's what I know about you. You have something special. You have greatness in you. You have the ability to do more than you can ever begin to imagine. You showed up because you're not cut from the same cloth. We are branches of the same tree. You showed up because everything I'm going to share with you, you already know it in your heart of hearts, and I'm here to remind you of what you already know. And I want you to think about 3 areas of your life, something you want in your personal life. Mine was to take care of my mother. Mama, when will I be a man? When you turn 18. When I turn 18, Mama, you'll never work again. I'm going to set you down. You hear me, Mama? Leslie, you don't have to do that. I know, Mama, but when I turn 18, I'm going to take care of you like you took care of us. I want you to think about somebody who's done something for you and they didn't have to, or somebody that you love, who you admire, and you like to do something special for. I want you to think about that, all right? And I did. When I turned 18, I took care of my mother. Mama passed at 89. She was a 22-year breast cancer conqueror. She was a powerful woman. And I want you to think about your financial freedom number. What's that number? Become clear about that. Why? Your thoughts have magnetic power. Repeat after me, please. This will be my winning season. Everything that I want will appear. I'm willing to go all in, to work, to make it happen, to create the life that I envision. Now, let me share with you why that's important. How many of you have ever thought about somebody and they call you out of the blue? Raise your hands, please, all right? Our thoughts have magnetic power, but what happens is that because of all the interruptions of Facebook and Twitter and television and negative conversations and setbacks and disappointments, that magnetic power does not serve us. In order for it to come to play in your life, you've got to focus. You've got to make a conscious, deliberate, determined effort to focus your mind, because you're going to be distracted. How many of you have been distracted? Raise your hands, please. That's why over 80% of the people who made New Year's resolutions, they've already forgotten those New Year's resolutions. You've got to focus your mind, because you're going to take some hits. Some things are going to happen to you that you cannot anticipate. I'm telling you what I know. This is not something that I believe. This is what I know. I want you, as you think about this goal that you have, this personal goal, and what is that financial freedom number? I want you to see it in your mind's eye. And I can tell you, and I'm speaking to another part of you right now, who knows what I'm talking about. I'm speaking to your heart, not to your ears. I'm speaking to your heart. That you can do that. You can do it. Nobody could have told me, being born in an abandoned building on a floor, poor section of Miami, Florida called Liberty City. If my birth parents stood up now, my oldest son doing a 23andMe search, if they stood up now and said, hey, here we are, I would not know either one. Wesley, my twin brother, and I, we were adopted. First, we were foster children, and then we were adopted when we were 17. And when I was in the 5th grade, I was a kid who had a lot of energy. I was always making the kids laugh. I was always entertaining them, always getting in trouble. They told me I talked too much. And now I get paid $70,000 an hour to keep on talking when I speak in the U.S., all right? When I go to Dubai or London internationally, they pay me $225,000 an hour. Yeah. And I don't say that to impress you, but to impress upon you. You have the ability to do some things that you don't know that you can do. And I got in this business, I didn't get into it to make money. I got into it to change lives like somebody changed my life. That's why I do what I do. Don't follow the money. You find your passion, something you love, something that's your calling, and you master that. I'll give you 3 things I want you to listen to. This is your homework. I want you to write this down. And some of you already know, Les Brown speaking in the Georgia Dome. I'm speaking before 80,000 people. I want you to watch that on a daily basis. Next one is, you got to be hungry. No, that one, not that one. I want you to, yeah, that's good, but I want you to, the one called It's Possible. Come on, somebody. And I want you to watch You Deserve. Why, Les? Because when I did those, I was going through a tough time. When you have a goal and dream, things going to happen to you that you can't anticipate. I was married and divorced from someone that I love very much. I had a doctor look at me and say, you have cancer. Those are 3 of the most feared words in 3 different languages. You have cancer. And my doctor had a sense of humor. He was weird, Dr. Alfred Golson. I said, can you give me a second opinion? He said, yes, and you're ugly too. I the kind of guy you go to him for your prostate examination. He put 2 hands on your shoulder and say, "You ready?" No! Well, come on. Man, you crazy. You got issues. I'm going to finally get your license up in here. I'm scared of you. I'm turning red as I talk about this, but y'all can't see it. He's a crazy dude, man, my God. But he said, Les, you're going to beat this. You got this. I want you to look at your dream. You're going to have some stuff happen to you. Some of you are already in some stuff. Repeat after me, please, everybody with conviction. I got this. I got this. Say it again. I got this. I got this. I want you, if you're going through some stuff, see yourself on the other side and say, wow, I did it. Say it now, please. Wow, I did it. Yes. He said, I'll give you all your eyes can see. I want you to hold that vision. Flip Wilson used to say, what you see is what you get, all right? And so holding that vision is very important because most people allow the interruptions of life to stop them. Mrs. Mamie Brown, Mr. Moss, who's my godfather, he said he came home one day after seeing this lady in Liberty City, an abandoned building with a set of twins. He'd been notified from social services that she was there, had twins, and she interviewed people and didn't want them separated. And so he saw her, and he said, I'm coming back with a lady who said she wanted a son, but I think she'll take 2. And he said to me, he said, I called Mamie. I said, Mamie, this lady got some twins, and she don't want to separate them. You say you want a boy or a girl to raise. Will you take 2? She said, yeah. He said, get dressed. He said, we got dressed, and we drove out there to Liberty City, 62nd Street, Northwest 17th Avenue. We walked in this building there, and this lady was back there, shoulder-length hair, sitting on a mattress, had you and Wesley wrapped in a light blue blanket. And Mamie was right behind me. And your birth mother looked up, and she asked, are you the one, lady? And I helped her get to her feet. And she got up in Mamie's face. Are you the one, lady? Mr. Moore say you'll take good care of my boys and won't separate them. I talked to a lot of people. Are you the one? He said, and Mamie said, yes. He said, your birth mother got closer and looked her in the eyes, holding y'all. Long time, like she's looking in her brain and her heart and in her soul, just stood there looking face to face, nose almost touching, and you and Wesley were asleep. And then she said, and broke the silence, Mr. Moss, I think she's the one. She handed y'all over to Mamie. And Mamie looked at her and said, are you sure? She said, yes. Go now. And Mamie turned and started walking out with y'all. And your birth mother followed behind her, close behind her. I opened the door for her to get in the car. And when she sat in the car, your birth mother leaned over and said, are you sure you're the one? She said, yes. And she kissed the 2 of you on the forehead. I closed the door gently and I hurried on the other side. And she stood, didn't look at us as I drove away slowly. And then all of a sudden we heard this scream, wait, please wait, Mr. Moss, wait. And Mamie asked me, do you think she changed her mind, Mr. Moss? You think she want her boys back? He said, I don't know. And she came and looked in. Are you the one? Are you going to take care of him? You promised? Yes. You won't ever separate him? Yes, yes. Go, Mr. Boss, go. And as I drove away slowly, made me begin to cry. And she looked at the two of you. She said, I don't know how y'all slept through that. And as she looked at y'all, then she looked in the distance. And I know she was thinking about her life. That was a defining moment. Never had any kids. Very great education. Cafeteria worker. Worked on Miami Beach cleaning homes. Her life had changed because of you and Wesley. And then shortly thereafter, she took in 5 other kids. What do you want? What do you want? I wanted to take care of her. My brother and sisters, they called me one day, and I was in Columbus, Ohio. I was a disc jockey. I'll tell you about that. So, but that's Mamie Brown. Which one am I, on the right or the left? I'm the cute one. Which one am I? I'm on the left, you got it. That's what I'm talking about. As you think about your goal and dream, as Wesley and I eating sugar cane, I remember doing a tour with 45 minus 1. No, it's 46 minus 1. That's what it is. Donald Trump, called Millionaires in Training. He was lamenting his father only gave him $14 million for his dream. How many of you $14 million would be your dream? Raise your hand. You know? I want to come out there and gangster slap him. You know, are you kidding me? My mama gave us 2 pieces of sugar cane. Some of y'all better stop by Publix to get some sugar cane, all right? But I had just dream of taking care of my mama. What is your dream? Focus your mind. Listen to those. Watch those motivational messages. Expose them to your children when they're in the car with you. Why, Leslie? Because you have to program yourself. If you don't program your mind will be programmed. Things that's going on right now, it's very destructive. Your mind will be programmed. And we're living in a time that's a defining time. That as you look at your life, look at what you want to do. Next thing is not only your financial goals, your personal goal, but your social contribution. We're not just here for ourselves. This stage of my life, I'm called to help people to discover their power voice, to learn how to tell their story. I'm here because I've been able to be blessed because I followed my passion and what was in my heart. But I didn't always do it. For 14 years, I was on the sideline. I'm here so I can do what I want to do my way. That's what I did the first part of my life. Now I'm doing it God's way. Somebody asked me the other day, why won't you just be quiet? I raised an issue that a lot of people took issue with. 2 children died in our custody. 2 children. The president didn't say we give our condolences to this mother and father and their family. 2 children died in custody. What happened to those bodies? Where are they? No one in the media mentioning to those little babies. The least that you do unto these, my brethren, you do it also unto me. Where are these evangelicals, these ministers? Where are they? These were babies. Somebody's children, where are they? Why aren't we saying we arrange for them to get a decent burial? Lest you can't speak out on that. People will stop coming to your seminars and workshops. I could look at y'all and say, the devil is a liar. No, I'm not going to sit back and allow them to create a hostile environment. Bring me some tissues. Yeah, thank you. Hostile environment for immigrants. We all immigrants. I was an involuntary immigrant. Y'all missed that one. So I'm looking for people. I'm looking for people who want to make a difference with their voice. When you look at those kids there, nobody would have predicted that one would become a state legislator, chairman of the Human Resource Committee and Education Committee, and pass 14 bills my first term. Nobody ever predicted that. That one of those boys would convert sugarcane into a microphone and speak to over 80,000 people in the Georgia Dome and over 51 countries and stand up in defense of people who have goals and dreams. I don't know you, but here's what I know about you. You got something special. You got greatness in you. There's something that you're supposed to do. That's why you're in this room. There's something in your heart that you're supposed to express, that you are supposed to tap into. I didn't do this for 14 years. I didn't think I could because I was programmed. I was put back from the 5th grade to the 4th grade and labeled educable, mentally retarded. I was programmed. Maybe your boy got too much mouth, too much energy, too busy. I was programmed. Failed at Booker T. Washington High School in the 8th grade. Went to summer school every year. I was programmed. And then something happened. I was looking for a friend named MacArthur Stevens. And I went in this man's room looking for him. And he said, hey, whoa, wow, they were working on a play. Young man, come, go up to the board and work this out for me. Want me to read this script? He said, I looked the part. I said, oh, sir, I can't do that. Standing before an audience reading something, I was panicked. And he said, why? I said, I'm not one of your students. I'm just here to see my friend MacArthur Stevens. He said, do it anyhow. And the students started laughing, saying, he's Leslie. He's got a twin brother, Wesley. Wesley's smart. He's DT. What's DT? He's the dumb twin. And I said, I am, sir, with conviction. And he came from behind his desk and he looked at me. He said, don't you ever say that again. Someone's opinion of you does not have to become your reality. And so the reason I want you to listen to and watch these videos, the one in the Georgia Dome where I was bathing in the sink down the hall, hiding in a closet from the janitorial staff. The speech is called It's Not Over Till You Win. It will change your programming. It will help to strip. If you ever wax the floor, you don't put new wax on top of old wax. You strip it. There's a lot of stuff when you live in a hostile environment, a hostile culture, when people demonize you, when you are invisible and they have no respect for you, you take hits. And you've got to fortify yourself and strengthen yourself from the inside out. When the requirements for you to go higher, the bar is raised, and it's not fair. Let us say together, it's not fair. It's not fair. It's not fair that birds eat worms, and they do. It's called life. When I saw Tony Robbins' infomercial years ago called Personal Power, and I sent a video to Gunther Rinker and those guys, I attribute my success to a large degree to them and Tony. He said, you have a good story, very inspiring, but you're black. And I wrote him back, said, I never would have known that if you had told me. So can we talk business? The guy just hung up. I guess he said, he doesn't get it. Repeat after me, please. It's necessary. Find a way to win. Yeah, see, that dream that you have, your personal dream, your financial goal, a financial freedom number, that social contribution that you want to make, you can make it happen. It's possible. Let us say together, it's possible. It's very important that you have a mindset of optimism that it's possible. There's some things you can say, I can do, but there's some things you don't know you can do, but you can say and be in integrity, it's possible. Because of what you've witnessed, because of what you've seen. Come, Riyadh. Come, my brother. Come, just met Riyadh. I know when I'm in the presence of greatness. How are you?
Good, sir. Thank you.
What's the title of your book, Riyadh?
The $2 American Dream.
The $2 American Dream. He came to this country. This is a guy that I'm fighting for, people like Riyadh. And Riyadh, the subtitle is?
What's your excuse?
What's your excuse? And the reason he asked that profound question, life is a question. God asked Adam, where are you, Adam? Where are you? You made in my likeness and image. You've been given authority and dominion over everything on the face of the earth. Where are you? He slept on floors. Riyadh, he came here with $2. Riyadh had a goal and a dream. His mother was crying every day, going through extreme hardship. Riyadh had a goal that sustained him, that gave him the deep down resolve to clean toilets, mop floors, do all kind of mediocre work. And because he held that dream, let us say together, it's necessary. When you think about Riyadh, taking care of his mother was a non-negotiable. He said that dream is necessary. Put your hand over your heart right now with me. Say it again, my dream is necessary. Feel your heartbeat, feel your heartbeat, feel your heartbeat. You were chosen 1 out of 400 million sperm. God chose you, that which is in your heart. Where your heart is, there your treasure is also. You were given life for a purpose. You were created on purpose, with a purpose, for a purpose. And Riyadh realized that his purpose was to take care of his mother, to dry up her tears, mopping floors, doing all kind of mediocre work, cleaning toilets. And then a change came. What happened, Riyadh?
I wanted my mom don't cry no more. And I opened my first business, and I worked a lot of hours, and I opened the second one and third one. And I kept going because I don't want to make sure my mom don't cry no more.
Come on now. Come on now. Look at somebody in your right and left and say, what's your excuse? Give him a round of applause. Yes, indeed. Became a fitness trainer, provides services in a multitude of businesses. He's a speaker. His mama don't cry no more, she's smiling. Say, that's my boy. How many of you have someone special that you don't want to cry anymore? Raise your hands right now. You don't want them worrying anymore? Raise your hands right now. You don't want them being stressed out anymore? Raise your hand right now. Yeah. And so I believe, ready to be heard, how I lost my hearing and found my voice. I believe, Amanda, that this stage of my life, we learn, we earn, we pass it on. Yes, come up here, let me talk to you. You can do better than that. How did you lose your voice?
I actually was born hearing, and I started losing my hearing when I was 4 years old. And as I got older, my hearing kept decreasing. Doctors couldn't tell me why, and I felt so ashamed of what was happening to me and being different that I decided to hide it from the world. I hid my hearing loss as it got worse and worse and worse for 18 years until I was 22 years old and in the middle of my college education. And I woke up one day, and I had just had a routine tonsillectomy. I woke up 100% deaf with all the rest of my hearing gone, 100% mute. I didn't know sign language, and I couldn't lip read. So the only way for me to communicate outside of my own body was through writing. I went from a person who depended on my hearing for everything, for communication with my family, my classes, just connecting with other people, to having nothing, no way of communicating at all. But I had made a promise to myself to finish college, so I taught myself to speak again. I taught myself to lip read, and I went back to school, and I finished my 2 college degrees in 4 years. Thank you. Thank you. After that, I went searching for people like me, and I found out that about 20% of our population is living with hearing loss, and I wanted to find a way to share information with them to help everyone live their best possible life. So I learned sign language. I got involved in the deaf community. I started working and basically doing everything everyone told me I can't. They're like, you're deaf, you can't be on TV. So I started working on a show called Switched at Birth, and then I worked on Speechless on ABC. NBC's Bad Judge. They told me, you can't get a college degree, so I did. You can't talk again, so I did. So really my whole life has been about, I've dedicated it to breaking down barriers, because I grew up a hard of hearing kid with no role models in the media. There was no one openly hard of hearing to show me that in the future I can be educated, I can have a job, I can be a contributing member of society. I don't have to be disabled or live in this stereotype the world's created for me. So now I try to inspire other children and even adults to ignore the stereotype, be who you are, follow your dreams, and ignore the can'ts. So.
Everybody, give her a tremendous round of applause. Thank you. Repeat after me, please. Repeat after me, please. I'm ready, to break through barriers, to play a bigger game. What people think about me is none of my business. Because if Amanda can do it, if Riyadh can do it, with $2, what's my excuse? Come on, somebody. Give yourselves a round of applause. Oh my God. I've got issues. I've got issues, oh boy. I wish you could hear me laugh, Amanda. Oh boy, how many 70 75-year-old man go around with Mickey Mouse socks on and Mickey Mouse underwear too, but I'm not showing. You can look if you want to. She talked about something there, and we are too. They refuse to accept the barriers. The goal that you want, you've got to refuse. No. This is not acceptable to me. No, I deserve better than this. Many times we get in toxic relationships. It's working out good for the other person, but it's not working out for you. If you know what I'm talking about and the person is with you, just blink your eyes. I see you. You've got to say, you have to have a pivot point, as Deneen talked about, that hey, no, I'm drawing the line here. This is not the life that I'm supposed to live. A guy named Darren Benzie, he wrote a book called The Misplaced Life. How many have ever lived a misplaced life? Raise your hand. That you knew it wasn't you. The job wasn't you. The relationship wasn't you. How have you ever been in a relationship, you look back and you said, what state of mind was I in? I was getting counseling to stay in that craziness up in there. You know what I'm talking about. Just blink your eyes if you're still there. Just blink your eyes. Oh my God, there's a lot of them. Woo! Hey, this thing called life, it's something else. And so it's necessary that you make up your mind. There's nothing as powerful as a made-up mind. It's necessary that you program your mind. It's necessary that you upgrade your relationships. Write this down. Upgrade your relationships. This is going to be your best year ever. Listen to me. I'm going to tell you what is necessary. You have to upgrade your relationships. Look at your relationships and ask the question, what is this relationship doing to me? Am I growing mentally and emotionally and spiritually and financially? Am I learning from this relationship? You have to reflect on that. You earn within $2,000 to $3,000 of your closest friends. People rub off on you. And in order to change my life, in order to go from there to speaking in over 51 countries, in order to go from there and to train for IBM, AT&T, Procter & Gamble, McDonald's Corporation, in order to go from there to changing millions of people's lives around the world, I had to let some people go. And it wasn't easy, and family members, because they will compromise your power. You've got to get serious about life because it's the only one you got. Now, you might believe in reincarnation, but I'm going to take advantage of this one. How many of you can feel a brother up in here, up in here? I have a twin brother, and Wesley, I don't take all Wesley's calls. He had the nerve to say to me the other day, my brother, he is so special, he's so special. Leslie, yes. How you doing? I'm doing good, Wesley. You know you should be doing better. Okay. Wesley, I'm having a hot flash right now. Okay, leave me alone, man. Okay, well, I'll tell you what, I'm praying for you, okay? All right, butter, all right. Keep on praying. Here to the religious people, as you look at your goals and dream. Mary McLeod Bethune said this, pray as if everything depends upon God, and work as if everything depends upon you. Pray as if everything depends upon God, and work as if everything depends upon you. One of the problems I had with The Secret, they never mention work in there. You can't think up on success. But after you get through thinking, you got to start working. How many know I'm telling the truth? Come on now. Come on. It said, you are what you think. If that was true, I'd have been a girl. Some of you missed it. You missed it? Because I thought about the girls all the time. Whatever. So, it's necessary that you upgrade your relationships. It's necessary that you have a plan of action, a blueprint. It's necessary that you hold the vision as if it already is and speak about it. Write it down as if it already is. As I speak to you now, I'm saying in my mind I'm healed, even though I'm perspiring from the medication they inject me with every 3 months, and I have hot flashes. Even as the perspiration is coming down my face. But I know that because the cancer, they say, has metastasized to 7 areas. 7 is my lucky number. And it's getting the hell beat out of it right now. It's necessary, you got to say. It's necessary that I become cancer-free because God is not through with me yet. I've got more work to do. I've got more speakers to train. It's necessary that you live your dream. There are people who need your services, who need your skills, who need your knowledge, who need your expertise. And you've got to decide, I'm here for a purpose. I'm here for God. I'm on a mission. You can't be casual about that. And stuff's going to happen to you that will challenge you and make you want to get in a corner someplace and suck your finger. Life can hit you so hard, knock you silly. What's your name? You the motivator? Yes, I am. What's your name? No, I'm not the motivator. Yes, you are. No, yes, you don't. No, I'm not. I don't even know him. Yes, you do. No, I don't. Somebody lied on me. There ain't nobody lied on you. Sometimes life will knock you senseless. Am I right? Yes. And you won't even know your name. How many of you have had some hard blows? Raise your hands, please. I'm telling you, it's Forrest Gump. Life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. You went through a divorce and someone I love very much. My best friend died waiting on a liver transplant. I watched my mother die. I'd never seen anybody die before, and I didn't think I could live through that. And I went in the room, pulled down the shades and closed the door. And I just stayed in that room. And my son, John Leslie, he came in. Daddy, close the door, John Leslie. It's dark in here. He went to turn on a light. Light wouldn't come on. Why won't the light come on? Because I took the bulb out. Why are you in here like this? I'm thinking about what? A lot of things. A lot of things. Where is he? Who are you talking about? Where's my daddy? I heard my father say that it's easy to have faith when you're not going through some stuff. Where's my father? He would listen to things and tell other people to do it. I've been looking for him. I was listening for voices that coming through the door. I haven't seen my father for a while. Mister, whoever you are, do you think my father's going to live? Is he going to die from cancer? Listen to me. Listen to me, boy. We all going to die one day. We're all going to die one day. What do you want from me? Your grandmama gone? My rock?
of divorce. My friend gone. I got prostate cancer. I went to an event and somebody, I could hear say, oh, now he's going to be less than a man. What you want from me, John Leslie? I want my daddy to be who I know him to be. Will you fight? I heard my daddy say, life is a fight for territory. And once you stop fighting for what you want, what you don't want will automatically take over. You have cancer, or does cancer have you? I just want to know where he is. I'm here. Good. I'm letting up the shades so the light can come in. Okay. You let up the other one. You let up the other one. No, help me out. You do it for me. Get up. Get up. You need to get up now. Help me. No, I'm not going to help you. You get up now. And you let the shade up. Boy, if you raise your voice, I'll knock you out. You hear me? About to make me lose my mind. Up in here. Up in here. He said, that's my daddy. He's coming back. He's coming back. How many of you have ever been down? Raise your hands, please. Elsie Robinson said, things may happen around you, and things may happen to you. But the only thing that really count are the things that happen in you. And I had lost my way. I had a nationally syndicated talk show that was canceled. I took so many back-to-back blows. I was looking for someone the other day that I hadn't talked to, good friend. And I called the number, it didn't work. I went on Google and it said, Marlene died. Oh, no. I reached out to a family member. Why didn't y'all let me know? We couldn't find your number. The older you get, the more friends you lose, family members you lose. We have an expiration date. Write this down. Live with a sense of urgency. That your life and your dreams matter. Write that down. I'm living with a sense of urgency because my life and my dreams matter. We don't know how much time we have. We don't have a clue. I remember when Gladys Knight and I were married, I was next to a table where Frank Sinatra was seated, and he was talking to a young guy, and he said, live each day as if it were your last, because one day it will be. Let us say together, I was given a dream. I was chosen on purpose, with a purpose, for a purpose. There's something. There's a calling on my life, and I'm going to do it. Give yourselves a round of applause. Bring your energy level up. Bring your energy level up. Hello, Celeste. Are you trying to give me a prompter for the time? It's my seminar. I'll stop when I want to. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. All right, I'll wind up.
Are you getting some value what I share with you? Here's something else. That when you live your life from a place of knowing, even though you have no evidence to prove it, even though you have nothing to point to, when you live from that place, I believe that you activate angels in your life. My daughter wrote a book called Are Your Angels Unemployed? Some of you in here, your angels are at the spa, at LA Fitness on a treading machine, in a beauty parlor getting a manicure. A manicure. Help me, Lord. Now y'all know why I was labeled educable mentally retarded. Oh, behave, whatever. A pedicure and a manicure. Well, I got some culture, baby. Don't let this cornbread fool you. Now let me share with you why I laugh a lot. 1 minute of anger weakens your immune system for 4 to 5 hours. For 4 to 5 hours. 1 minute of laughter boosts your immune system for over 24 hours. So when I get through with you, you won't get sick for 20 years. So flow with me. It's possible. Let us say together. Everybody with conviction, your words have power, and speak with power, feeling, and conviction. And as you speak it, see it already accomplished. As you speak it, see yourself pouring in the energy and the power and passion into it. It's possible. It's possible. I can live my dream. It's necessary. I'm attracting, and you watch my hands and follow me, please. I'm attracting all of the resources. The money, the people, everything I need. It's me. I will make it happen. It's hard, but I can do hard. I told my mentor, I said, Mike, man, how can I compete with people with PhDs and MBAs? He said, Brownie, he said, it will be hard, but guess what? If you give yourself an excuse, don't do it. He said, if you let yourself off the hook and use that as an excuse because you don't have the money and the education, he said, if you do what is easy, your life will be hard. But if you do what is hard, your life will be easy. I now work because I want to, not because I have to. How many would like to be in that place? Come on, talk. You understand what I'm talking about? I'm coming back this afternoon with Nick Vujicic, and yes, and there's a young man I want you to listen to, and he is a business partner of mine and just a phenomenal human being.